hours to gain my energy. I was so physically and mentally drained. There was a lot of chatterbox in my head. So I asked the Lord to really help me. But he was so silent for six for 4 months. And in Matthew 16:25, for whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it. I was stripped everything. God removed everything. My job, my my pets, my family. God removed my work from me because it's my fault. It's really my fault. I He saw my schedule and he wasn't there. He saw my schedule out. It's just work. Every day I will work. And my pets, he, in July, one puppy got sick. Though she got healed, but she was sick for 3 weeks. She was sick for 3 weeks, and after after her, another puppy got sick. So that's August. In September, my 2 rabbits died. They were so cute and so sweet. And they died. And October, this is so painful. Oh, in October, my 2 dogs died just a day apart. And they were with me in my apartment. They were my best friend. They're my companions. And in November, another dog died. I didn't get mad to the Lord or nor ask him why. I did not. I just submit and just allow things to happen. And I I was so grateful that he gave me wonderful pets. I felt so loved when people rejected me. They were always there for me. So it was so painful, but I didn't get mad to the Lord. I didn't ask him why these things has to happen, because everything happens for a reason. And in December, I have a senior dog. And in December, he stopped eating in December. So I prayed to God, Lord, can you extend his time at least for a month or a year, or it's up to you, but at least extend his life. After I gave him antibiotic. He finished taking antibiotics. He began eating again, and I was so grateful to the Lord. By the way, he passed away already last March. And um, third point, uh, third point was ask God to help you let go and remove the pain you carry. Invite God into your emotional wounds, trauma, bitterness, and emotional burdens. Healing begins when you stop carrying what only God can heal. So, at first, I'm very hesitant to let go because um, I was so mad. I was so mad at them. But it was so painful. The pain that I carry is so painful that I cannot bear it anymore. And I asked the Lord, help me to give this to you. Because He told me to forgive and let go. But I told Him, Lord, you saw it all. You saw everything, how they abused me and used me. And I was so drained. I was so emptied. And He told me, I saw it all. So let go. Give everything to me. So I told Him, help me. Help me to give it to you. Help me to surrender. Help me to surrender this pain that I'm um, carrying. Help me to give everything to you. And a sudden uh, peace. I felt a sudden peace. And I felt that before. And I told Him, Lord, I want to be delivered from um, everything. Because I already felt this peace before. But um, those demons came back 7 times much stronger. And I don't want that to happen again. I want to be fully delivered. And I fasted for it 3 days and 3 days and 3 nights. No food, no water. Esther fasting, and He delivered me from emotional wounds that I carry, emotional trauma, the pains. It's not He healed me. It's not um what do you call that? It's not a perfect healing that you'll get your healing right away. There were times that um, things resurface and it triggers me. Not to not bursting out, but it triggers me. Something triggered inside me. And I told Him, Lord, you said I'm already healed. But do not be discouraged or disappointed when um, when those triggers try to resurface. He's just pointing out some um, wounds in you that needs to be healed in a deeper way, in more um, it it might be healed superficial, but um inside, and the outside, in the inside, it's still, um um the wound's still fresh. So it's God resurfacing things, not to hurt you, but to point out to you what needs, a more healing. So I felt those things, and at first I felt disappointed, and I asked him, Lord, you said I'm healed already, and why I'm feeling this, way again? And he told me that there's more there's a lot of things to be done in that area, and you have to um surrender things. Like, for example, I'm a very independent person, and he broke my spirit of self-reliance. um so um the delays, I was so I was so disappointed about the delays in my life. And when my he stripped away my work, that was so painful for me, because I'm not the kind of person who will just ask for or beg for someone to help me. I'm not like that. And he told me to rely on him, to completely rely on him, that he will provide for me, that he will give me everything uh, that I need. And it's true. I am well provided. I'm not rich, but I'm well provided, according to the riches of glory in Christ Jesus. So, um, yeah. Ayun. And I forgot to read this. In Psalm 34 verse 18, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. Again, um I felt so helpless. I felt so helpless. And again, the delay upon the del- there's a lot of delays in my plans. And now I know the reason. I already knew the reason. In January, um I prayed to the Lord. I told him, Lord, I felt so stuck. I really felt so stuck. I obeyed everything, but why I'm still here in the wilderness? And he told me, because of disobedience. And I began to think, what this what disobedience? What kind of disobedience? Ah. So he told me, I told you to speak, to be my witness, to do this. But I kept on delaying it. I kept on brushing it off. Maybe I'm hearing things. Maybe I'm not really hearing you. But this was given to me. He spoke this to me 3 years ago. He told me to speak, and um, I brush it off because I'm on my lukewarm phase that time. I don't want to be hypocrite and um, doing my ministry, and I'm on my lukewarm um, walk with him. So, I did not obey him. And 3 years passed. He kept on telling me to speak. In January, I felt so stuck, and he told me because of disobedience of not speaking. And February again, I might be hearing things. Um, I might be hearing differently, or I'm imagining things. And in February, Lord, I felt so stuck. And he told me again, because of disobedience, I told you to do this and do this and do this. And still, I don't have courage to do this. Because um, I'm not good in speaking. I'm not eloquent in speaking. I'm okay with typing. So, I kept on posting. I kept on posting things on social media through words. I already testify um, in word, not doing my video. And I even told him, what if I do the video without face, or with just uh, with just the words I said, and my testimony just written, Lord. And while I'm narrating it, and he said no, I want you to speak and show your face. This is very difficult for me because I don't like being seen. I'm okay being in the closed door with the Lord, praying for His people. And I'm okay with that. And no, I'm not chasing anything. I'm not chasing um, a follower or a platform or anything. I just want to obey Him and to let go of this burden because it's so heavy. Every day I'm crying out to the Lord. Lord, I don't want to do this. Please, ask somebody else. But He told me, your deliverance was not just for you. It's for the other people. So, I wasn't being delivered for nothing. To keep this um, for myself, but to those people who kept on struggling with family issues, with um, unforgiveness in their hearts. Forgive them. I'm telling you, I understand. The Lord understand the pain you carry, or pain we carry. He'll understand that. That's why He wants us to forgive. So, He can heal you fully. He can heal you fully. So, um, do not repay his do not repay evil with evil, but with good.